Namaste, you guys. This is Jeni Ji, and thanks for tuning in. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button right down there in the corner in order to get new videos and content as they coming out. There's people like, how come I didn't see your video? Because you're not subscribed. What's up with that? So we're going to talk about the cosmic vibes this week from July 15th to the 22nd. And of course, every week is powerful. The energy is getting more and more intense with the solar flares right now. They are so hot, like flaming. You have seen a lot of the world weather situations right now. There's tornadoes, like even here a couple of weeks ago, there was a tornado close by me with a lot of destruction. It hasn't been like that for many, many, many years. We've been getting a lot of warnings with tornado warnings and so on and so on. I mean, my heart really goes out to everyone in India who was affected by that flood. It's out of control. People have passed away, especially up in the mountains there. My heart truly, truly goes out to all of you who have been affected. I mean, we're all getting affected. The US, worldly, it's nonstop. So these solar flares, it affects us all. You're going to be feeling tired, nauseous. You're going to be feeling like, one minute you're hot, one minute you're cold, like volcanoes are erupting, right? And your animals get affected as well. So you might have seen that, gee, my little animal, my little dog or cat, they're really clingy to me right now. Like, what's up with that? They feel the energy. The energy is really intense. Like it has literally caused electrical issues, technical radio waves, energy. Like my TV has turns on and off, and I mean, that kind of continues on. I have a lot of energy in here, mind you, right? It's always like that, but it's getting annoying. I'm like, really? Really? You're going to turn the TV on, right? Don't you turn the TV on right now, Spirit, by the way. I'm just saying. So there's a lot of energies right now going on. There always is, of course. So as you're going through this, you can feel more anxiety, like more anxious. A lot of tears are coming to the surface even right now. It affects us all. Like I had people saying, geez, like that person, like they were like their emotions, like, oh my gosh, they just hung up the phone on me all of a sudden, or this happened or that happened, right? The world is waking up and has been waking up for quite some time, and the people are like, we've had enough. We don't see any real leaders in the world anymore because they're just wanting to take the world over and create it to how they want it. They're not looking at humanity at all. They're only thinking about themselves. It's obvious. And people are like, we've had enough. We've had enough. And this is going to continue. There's more changes right now in our world than there has been in over 10,000 years. So this is a week where you're going to be getting triggered. You're going to be like, what's my intention? Like, what is my real intention here? This is when you're going to be reflecting back and saying, how can I utilize who I am? You guys have been transcending and transforming in quantum leaps, and that's continuing on. But you really, really have to ask yourself, what's your intention in the world? What is your true intention with your soul's calling? You're going to be getting triggered left and right, and you have been, like you literally have been. So make sure that you pay attention to what's triggering you. Write it down because your soul wants you to pay attention to that. Your soul really wants you to heal from that. We have Chiron energy, of course, towards the end of the week as well. And that is all about healing, letting go from family traumas, healing family situations, healing friendships, relationships, self worth, all of that. Write it down. So you might find on the 15th, like your shoulders and your hands and your arms might be a little bit tired as well. And you're like, geez, like we already have the solar flares. And now we are dealing with certain parts of our body that might be feeling a little off. I know, right? I know. And this is why you have to be really gentle on yourself. You have to show yourself some love and compassion. Very important, because on the 16th and 17th, you might be feeling your stomach is even more nauseous, your breast and your womb area as well on the 16th and the 17th might be feeling more sensitive, and also your lungs. So if you're trying to clear your lungs, or do you ever notice that sometimes if you eat something that you're kind of feeling a little phlegmy, as I call it. Like sometimes if I have a little dairy products, like I'm not really big on it. Like I do add a little bit of skim milk in my coffee. I don't like my coffee black. Where if I added, let's say like if I had yogurt, for instance, right? Sometimes I'll be like, wow, I'm feeling a little bit phlegmy. So you might start coughing a little bit. So really pay attention to whenever you start eating something, how your body reacts to it, because your body is saying, we're not wanting that anymore. We're not wanting that. I mean, I'm more plant-based energy with foods and such. I might eat a little bit of meat once a year, if that. Sometimes now I do a lot more vegan cooking and eating and such like that. I have for quite some time, right? So I'm getting together next week with my friend, and normally we go for a burger once a year. So I don't know. I don't know if you're watching this, Tammy, but we'll still get together and have our lunch and such like that, but don't be surprised if I don't have a burger, right? So anyways, right, on the 16th, you're going to find that you're going to be more career focused. You're going to be more working on you. You're going to be more determined. You're going to be like, yeah, like I'm more determined today. So really pay attention to that. Like, who doesn't want to be determined? Really pay attention to your intentions, right? When you're hearing, maybe I should go that direction, really pay attention to that, because you're going to be feeling your sleep is going to be off as well with these solar flares, but also because of this new moon in Cancer on the 17th. Now, I did a separate video on that with a lot of details. So this is why you have to subscribe to Jeni. Like what's up with that if you don't? Seriously, right? So I give a lot of details in that video, even more, but you're going to find that there's surprises on that day. You're going to find that could be like very healing. It's a wake-up call for you. You could be more drawn to, family situations, and it's a master number day, right? You might be like, I'm just going to, I feel more drawn to be with family, or stay at home with family and watch your pets, because there's also a lot more passing, like more people pass on, and also your pets during that day as well. So, and also put your crystals outside, like under the new moon energy, under the new moon, because you're also going to be confronting your shadow side. You're going to be start confronting, like what's out of alignment with me. I want to reset things. Write your intentions down. This is a huge day of power of intention, like every day is really, but with this new moon energy right now, and also this whole week being real about your soul's intention, gravitate that and really ground it within your being. And you'll be really, really surprised, because what you're also working on this week, by the way, you're going to see that even more materialized towards the end of this year. From now towards the next 6 months, you're really going to see what you're working on this week starts to come more to fruition. So this is July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So towards the end of December, even the first week of January, you're going to see those results even coming more to fruition, right? You're going to be like, reflect back on your vision board, even this week. What have you guys accomplished from that? Check it off. Check it off. Give yourself a pat on the back. You don't need the whole world to say, hey, good job, right? You need to congratulate yourself. You need to take a look at what you have accomplished. If others say, hey, that's awesome, great job, and all of this, that's absolutely wonderful. I'm very grateful for many different people, but you have to be truly grateful for yourself. Okay, because that could be a very powerful day for you with intention and the new moon and energy like that. So you're going to find that on even like the 18th, you're going to be a little bit more tired. Oh, you're going to find, I just need to rest. Because when there's powerful energy, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've literally had like 10 cups of cappuccino. I mean, I love strong coffee. I love cappuccino. But the next day here on the 18th, you might be like, I'm just going to put my feet up. I really need to have some rest because the 18th to the 20th, you're going to find your blood pressure could be more higher, your blood circulation could be off, your heart could be pumping a little bit more, or you could be like, I'm feeling like my heart. Why are you feeling your heart? Pay attention. Pay attention. If you're having chest pains and such like that, please get it checked out. There's been a lot of people that have been passing away from sudden heart attacks, brain aneurysms, blood clots, and so on and so on and so on. We all know why. However, I'm not going to go into that here at all because it's very negative, and that's what your government has done to you and the WHO, the World Health Organization. But anyways, we're not going to talk about that. We want to keep the vibes really positive. So on the 19th, you're really, really going to start to feel that you're going to be transcending forward even more so. You're going to be working more on your goals and your projects. You're going to be reviewing, hey, what's not working for me with this? Or, maybe I need to tweak this up, right? You have just recently found that you've been more working on your goals, and all of a sudden those goals or your projects that you were putting on hold for quite some time, some of you recently just started working on this. I talked on that about my last week's Cosmic Vibes video. How many of you have restarted your projects that you had put on hold for a while? And I mean, it can be any project. Maybe you're doing renovations on your home. Maybe you signed up for classes. Maybe you got work assignments to do, or like whatever it is, passion projects. How many of you restarted that the past couple of days or few days? Right? That's going to continue on. You're going to be jumping in more of action. You're going to be, really paying attention to, I'm going to let that go. I'm not drawn to do that anymore. I'm not drawn to that class, or I'm not drawn to make that renovation. I'm not drawn to like whatever it is. So whatever's not really you're passionate about, or whatever's not in alignment with you, you're going to be showing. So pay attention. And even if you're like, geez, I know I need to work on this. I know I need to do that. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Start writing it down. Like you can prioritize, what, that I have to do. That is really important. I really got to, start that or continue on that or get that all finished up. Really pay attention to what you're being shown, right? We have to do what's important, what our priorities are, and start writing down. Like this is part of your intentions. What's your intention? Start writing down, my intention is to do this or to change that or to fix this, whatever it is. Write it down. That's part of your vision board, because when you start writing things down, you're pre-programming your mind, you're pre-programming your energy, and that vibrational frequency starts changing. And then all of a sudden the universe steps in and they're like, hey, we can see that you need help. We can see that you need our assistance. Be open for that, because our loved ones, your angels and your guides, are closer to the earth and closer to helping you more than ever now, because of so many world changes. There's so much energy coming to the earth, the good and the bad, the good and the bad. So it's really important that you distance away from negativity as best as you can. Doesn't matter who it is. So you're going to find on the 20th that you're going to be making some really, really big life decisions, like really, really big decisions. It very well could be like, what, I'm ready to move across the country. I'm ready to move out of state. I'm ready to make that huge decision of, like whatever it is, right? Make sure you know what your intentions are when you're making that huge decision. You're going to be making more leaps and bounds. Things are going to be coming more into sense for you. You're going to be like, now I know why that didn't happen. Or now I know why I have to end that relationship. Or maybe you're going to be getting married. Maybe you're going to be proposing. Maybe you've made that decision to adopt a child. You know, like whatever it is, there's some major decisions that you've been thinking about for quite some time. And that very well could be the day when you made that major decision. You can always book a reading with me, soulworkwithjeni.com. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, medium, passive, akashic record reader, animal communicator, and so on. You can always book a session with me, and I can give you that clarity that you need and those confirmations, because sometimes all we need is just to have those confirmations of, am I on the right path? Or how do I clear this? How do I manifest that? How do I let go of that? Because there's certain blockages, and if you have certain blockages in your body, it's going to be really hard to manifest. It's really going to be hard to attract. It's really going to be hard to really truly let go what's holding you back, so you can live and walk in your footsteps of your soul, that your soul truly wants to do, with intention. So it's really, really important. So on the 21st, because you've made some major decisions, you might be feeling more empathetic towards others. You know, especially if you've had to make that major decision when you're like, you know, I was holding back for so long because I really didn't want to hurt that person. Like maybe you need to end a relationship. Maybe you had to fire someone, let somebody go. You know, maybe you had to say to your business partner, I'm sorry, but this isn't working any longer. Like whatever it is, you're going to be feeling more compassion. You're going to be feeling more empathetic. And you're going to be bringing out more of your inner child. You're going to be saying, you know, I have to really start doing things for me. I've been giving all of my energy to this and this and this and this and that, but I have left myself in the corner. When you leave yourself in the corner, nothing's going to change. And then you're going to take a look at why. Like, why didn't that happen? Or why isn't that happening? Because you have to focus on you. That's self-love. You have to start setting those boundaries, because you're going to even find on the 21st and the 22nd, you might have some digestive issues, pancreas. You know, like you're going to be like, you know, I couldn't have my coffee this morning, or I just couldn't eat that today, and so on. Because especially with these solar flares and ascension symptoms, you're going to be finding that, you know, I'm just not hungry. I can't eat right now. Or some of you are going to be like, you know, I can't get enough of that. Like maybe you're drawn to certain fruits. Maybe you're not drawn to certain meals anymore. And whatever it is that you've been fighting with, you've been like, you know, I don't know if I'm ready for this. You're going to get triggered. Face what's uncomfortable. When you start facing what's uncomfortable, you're going to be really surprised. You know, it's like when we start procrastinating, you know I got to do that. I know. The longer you procrastinate, the harder things are going to be. And then you're going to get back to that little corner of, oh my gosh, I can't believe my project is due. Or maybe your exam, maybe some of you are students, and all of a sudden you're like, geez, I didn't study. I've been meaning to study. However, this and this and this, I just didn't want to do it. This is where you have to stop procrastinating. Make certain things a priority. You know how I said that there's certain things that you're going to be like, you know what, I need to make some big decisions here. I need to start prioritizing this. I need to really let that go, and so on. Yes, this is a week when it's the power of intention within your soul that you really have to pay attention to. What's your intentions? When you're in alignment with your heart and the soul, you're going to hear your intentions. You're going to know and feel what your intentions are. Like every time I go to sleep at night, I'm at peace because I know what my intentions are. I know that I work with humanity and heal and help and give a lot of guidance and such like that. That's my pure intentions. That's who I am. That's who I always will be, no matter what. So when you're working towards your passions with your purest intention, the energy of the cosmic universal alignment will help you get aligned and help you shift and transcend forward. So the 22nd, to my fellow Leos, it's Leo season. It's Leo season. Hear me roar. So you're going to find you're going to be more courageous that day. You're going to want to be very authentic. You're only going to want to connect more with authentic people. And even this whole year with the Universal 7 year, it's a more spiritual year. You've been like, you know what? I need to really connect with authentic people. I can't be around this and this and that type of energy anymore. You all been transcending and shifting and moving forward. A lot of truth has been exposed and it's going to continue in the world. And we don't believe in the so-called leaders anymore. I never have. I never have, because I can read right through them and I know what they're trying to do to humanity. And a lot of people are going to freak out with what's coming with all of this digital stuff. However, we're not going to talk about that right now. You're going to find, like, you know, like I'm saying with this Leo season, you're going to be finding you're very compassionate more. You're going to be more courageous to fit your goals, to really embrace it. You're going to be making these changes and so on, because you're setting what? What are you setting this week? Tell me. Intentions. You're setting your soul's intentions and you're going to make it happen. You have to be very mindful of what you're doing. Take time for you, really meditate upon what you're wanting, desiring, what really needs to let go. You're going to get triggered. Your soul wants you to embrace what's uncomfortable. So on that note, let me pull a couple of cards from Spirit, see what the spirit world has to say to us, and let's work with this energy. So make sure that whenever you're utilizing and using any cards, tarot, oracle, whatever they are, clear them, knock them on wood 3 times before, because it clears your energy or whoever else has used your cards. And I have done that before I start these videos. So let's ask the spirit world, what is the message from July 15th to the 22nd collective? What's the cosmic message from the spirit world from the 15th to the 22nd? Cosmic message right away. Wow. Wow. Now this is so cool. This is so cool. So you know how this week, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're setting our intentions. What are we doing? We're embracing who we are. What are we doing? We are embracing what's uncomfortable, and we're going to come more into soul alignment. And what does that bring you? Victory, breakthroughs. Wow, look at that. Victory. Because have you ever found that when you face your fears, it liberates you? Whenever you face what's uncomfortable and deal with it, you feel lighter, you feel more at peace. What do you do when you set those intentions and you start seeing the results and you work towards it? You feel victory that you're working towards what you truly want to desire and manifest. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. So let's talk to the animal kingdom as well. You know, I'm an animal communicator. I get messages 24/7, and it's very sacred. It's a very sacred gift that I have. And our animals are affected with all of this energy, especially the solar flares, new moons, full moons, all of it, all of it. They're very sensitive. So really pay attention to, you know, what they're trying to say to you. Pay attention to their energy and their actions. If you have any concerns, of course, please take them to your vet, get them looked at. And you can also book a reading with me. I talk to your pets that have passed on, and also your pets that are still here, what they're trying to communicate with you. So let's ask our animal kingdom, what's their message for this week, for the 15th to the 22nd? Right away, this card fell out. And I think this card just recently felt that I just bleh, bleh, bleh. So we have an energy here. And what a beautiful card. Dancing in the rainbow. Rainbow also, it's like your chakras, right? We have different colors for our different chakra and such like that, right? Like green is the heart chakra, blue is communication, for the throat, and so on and so on. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. Like, absolutely, you're being triggered. What's holding you back? Your triggers are to set your soul free. What are you going to be doing this week, you guys? Facing your intentions, facing what is uncomfortable in your soul that is not in alignment with you anymore. Look at the little dolphin. And actually, if you really look at this card, it looks like there's kind of like that energy behind here. It looks like Kauai and Hawaii. I'm very drawn to Kauai. I love it. It's one of my favorite islands. I'll be going back again. So it actually really looks like Kauai. And also rainbows represent new beginnings as well. So whenever you see a rainbow, really pay attention. And, whenever you see a rainbow, really kind of stand there, gaze at it, and ask your soul, what is my message from that energy? What is my message from the rainbow? And just kind of stay in alignment there in silence for a couple of minutes and really hear what your soul is saying to you. Like, I hope I help you also open up your abilities as well, by the way, too. But you have to book a reading with Jeni. So anyways, let us talk to our crystals. I love my crystals. I'm a crystal person. I'm wearing actually a few crystals today. Got a very busy day here. So what is our messages from our crystal world from the 15th to the 22nd? So make sure you put your crystals outside, of course, for the full moon. It rejuvenates them, refreshes their energy, and so on and so on. Right? So what is the message from our crystal, our land of the crystals, from July 15th to the 22nd? Like, geez, we're already like halfway into July already. Like, oh my gosh. What is the messages from our crystals? Message from our crystals. Message from our crystal world. Messages from our crystal. Messages. Oh, alrighty. Oh, wow. Now this is kind of cool. Put my cards back. So, I love watermelon. Like, how many of you guys love watermelon? Summer season, we're drawn to fruits and such like that. I make a lot of smoothies too, by the way. But this crystal here is watermelon tourmaline. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And if you actually really look, what do you guys see? You see a face. You see a face coming through. What are you guys seeing? That's your soul reflecting. Look in a crystal. Like, try holding a crystal. See what you feel. Like, I scan and zoom into crystals. And whenever I hold a crystal, I say to myself, soul, asking my soul to give me a message from this crystal. What is the energy and the message for me right now with this crystal? And stay in that zone for a few minutes or for a minute or a few seconds, whatever. See if you're hearing messages coming through. Like, don't force the messages. And I know some of you might be like, I didn't hear any messages, Jeni. And that's okay. That's okay. It takes time and practice, where some people right away, they hear messages and such like that. We all have our gifts and abilities. We're all gifted and talented and unique in our own way. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace you. So I'm wishing you all an amazing week. Really face your what, people? What's that? Your triggers. And what are we going to do? We're going to be more in alignment with our soul's what? What? Soul's intentions. That's right. The power of intention. Your soul's intention. So I'm wishing you a beautiful week and a happy, happy new moon, everyone. Namaste.